Good morning. Thank you for coming out for this press conference. I really appreciated how well this search was run. I appreciate the work of Mr. Adorjan, Mr. Smith, who headed the search committee, the work of the search committee, the selection committee, the executive committee of the board, and the board itself. At each step of the way, there was increasing engagement. And I think what SLU has done here is not simply elect a president, but gone through a long and thoughtful, highly collaborative and inclusive process on defining itself, rooting itself clearly and deeply in its Catholic and Jesuit history, so a 2,000-year faith tradition, a 500-year tradition in the Jesuit order, an order committed to forming the whole person, developing the head, the heart, and the hands. And while saying that's absolutely essential to who we are and who we've been for nearly 200 years, also looking forward to the future. This is one of 7 research Jesuit universities in our country. It takes that role seriously. It is international. It's deeply committed to St. Louis and to the region. And it takes seriously its role as a research university, not simply emphasizing the transmission of knowledge and the formation of students, but also the creation, the integration, the preservation of knowledge. As I said this morning when I met with the community at 9 o'clock, I'm honored and humbled. I mean, that sounds trite, but I sincerely am. I am Jesuit educated, as Mr. Adorjan said. I attended John Carroll University. It was a transformative experience for me. I would not be what I am today without that Jesuit education. So this is deeply meaningful for me, for the second time, to become the first permanent lay leader of a Jesuit college. I have with me my family today, and I'm thrilled to have them with me, and I'll introduce them very briefly. My spouse, Fran, we met and married in graduate school. We married in September of 1981, and we have shared a life and career since that time. We have a daughter, Bettina. Bettina is a 2010 graduate of the University of Dayton. She double majored in economics and international study with a minor in human rights. Wanted to do service work, so she went to Immokalee, Florida as a volunteer for the Sisters of the Humility of Mary, working with the Coalition of Immokalee Workers. Did that for 3 years and now works directly with the Coalition of Immokalee Workers involved in the Fair Food Movement. Our son, Freddie, Bettina is a flyer and Freddie is a dolphin. He graduated from Lemoyne College last May. His major was finance, and next month he goes to work for Fidelity Investments in Covington, Kentucky. He currently lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. So it's been delightful to have my family here and to meet hundreds of people, literally, in the SLU community earlier, and to be able to talk to them and meet them one-on-one and hear their passion and commitment to this institution. This is a special place, a sacred place. This is a place that forms students that go on to be loyal alums, as Mr. Adorjan said, almost 120,000, over 140 countries, and in all 50 states. Producing people who do well, but also do good. Now, the Billikens had a great night last night, as you all know, and we're certainly proud of that. But typical of SLU, we're proud not only of the success on the field, but of those young men, and throughout our athletic programs, those young men and women who are good scholars with an average GPA well over 3 points, who do good and do service. I was recently informed, I learned that the SLU students, faculty, and staff have done over 1 million hours of service in this community over the past few years. We are a part of this community, and we will continue, based on our Catholic and Jesuit traditions and principles, to continue to be deeply involved and to work for the betterment of this community. You know, this process for me started last October, November, when a search consultant, Jamie Farrar, first called me and said, "You've been nominated for this." And I was so touched by that. And as I've gotten to go through the process and get to know the members of this community, both the members of the SLU community and the St. Louis community, it's inspiring. It's inspiring what people here believe in and commit to. So I'm thrilled to be selected as the 33rd president of SLU. As Mr. Adorjan said, I will start on July 1. I'm looking forward to the transition and getting to know both the university and the community better between now and then in my first days, weeks, and months of the job. Thank you.